Every fucking live stream, every single one without fail, I get this question like 50 times. So we're going to tackle it right now because it's stupid. All right, so Alex, do you invest in stocks or should I invest in stocks? No! Should I invest in Bitcoin? No! Should I invest in real estate? Fuck, just stop. Just stop thinking about investing in stuff. Look, if your net worth, and this is going to be a big, bold statement, is sub $10 million, you have no business investing in anything except for one simple thing. Investing in this one simple thing turns $6,000 into tens of millions of dollars for me, and I'm going to tell you what that thing is. Pokemon cards. Look at the value of a Charizard, a holographic Charizard. I had like 50 of those when I was a kid, and now I have none of them. All right, the biggest investment mistake ever. There will never be a holographic like Charizard investment ever seen again on this planet. But there is one thing you can invest in that is nearly as good, and I'm gonna tell you. All right, guys, so let's just get to the meat and beans. Let's just get straight to the pudding. Let's just get straight to the mashed potatoes. Let's just get straight to the food metaphors to represent the main meal of this video, okay? So what should you invest in? What should you be investing in? And just a fair warning, before I get into this video is going to have a lot of big, broad, black and white brushstrokes. And in the comments section, you are going to see an abundance of financial advisors trying to debate me on investment shit. Because the second you talk about stocks or Bitcoin, everybody on YouTube becomes like the Bill Gates combined with Tony Stark and then Bruce Wayne of investing in shit. It's like Bill Gates went and impregnated a bunch of people with Bruce. That's not how things work. But it's like they had a bunch of Microsoft Batman babies. They're all running around giving financial advice. If you get your financial advice from the YouTube comment section, you are already as fucked as you can possibly be. But here's the point of this video. Every single live stream, I get you guys asking me, do I invest in stocks, Bitcoin, real estate? And what you guys are really asking me is, Alex, what can I put the little money I have into that will magically 5x it and make me tons of money without fucking working? And the mindset alone is broken, but there's really 2 points I have to have on this. If you don't know what you're doing and you're investing and stuff, you are better off going to Vegas and putting everything on red. I swear, you are better off, like if you put stuff on red, take your life savings out, put it on red, that's like a 48% chance to win or something like that, put it on red again, boom, quadrupled your life savings, 25% chance. So you have a better chance of making that work than going investing in stuff you don't know. Number two, if you are looking to invest and you don't have at least $1 million, it is like trying to start a fire with wet sticks. Now, I'm not saying you can't invest if you don't have $1 million. I'm not saying that by any means. I'm just saying there's a far better place to be putting your money in that can give you 100x ROI than going out there and just trying to like find a way not to work with the little money you have. Like if you have like 10,000 in your bank account, just stop trying to become an investor. Now, look, also, I'm going to preference it with this. If you know what you are doing in the stock market, if you know what you're doing in Bitcoin, great. But you need to know what the fuck you're doing, and that's going to take years of mastery to get really, really, really good at. So no, if you're looking for a way to throw money into something and make a shit ton of money back, you are an idiot. Because there's only one investment you can control and you can almost always guarantee is going to pay off, and that is yourself. Imagine me poking you in your little belly right now, telling you to believe in yourself. Your dreams come true. Yeah, no, but that's not what I'm saying. You could be a fucking idiot. But if you go and invest in yourself, you get to control the outcome and you at least know where the money's going. And really, let me explain why. Because when I got out of the Air Force, I saved up $6,000 over 4 years. That's a whopping $1,500 a year that I saved up. That's like $100 a month. If you can't pull it off, you're making some really poor life decisions. Then when I get out, I use it to pay for rent and food and electricity. I donated it straight to Alex Becker Eats Food Co., okay? And what happened is during that time, I was able to start up a business that once it got going, generated me $1.5 million in its first year of business. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of trial and error a year before that, trying to do stuff. I was terrible. But once I got it going, it generated me $1.5 million a year in the first year, and I didn't invest anything into it. It was 100% free traffic, and I did it through networking. It was an SEO business. I would do SEO outsourcing for businesses. I'd sell SEO software. We'd do micro SEO services. We'd sell SEO information. If it was SEO, we did it. And I didn't spend a dime starting up that business. But the investment went into funding myself, allowing myself to keep electricity on and feed myself. You can And it's fully possible that you can make $100,000 per year without investing anything into any business or any stock or anything like that. But the point I want to make from that business, do you think I went and then start investing in the stocks and bonds and Bitcoin? No, because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Yeah, if I went and became a hardcore stock market trader, yeah, I probably could go out there and do it. And if you can do that too, great. But again, you're investing in yourself to learn those abilities, okay? Like, again, the investment is going into yourself. It's not going into the stock market and some magic investment, because you can't control an investment. You can't control which way cryptocurrency is going to go. As much as you like to be enthusiastic about it, you just can't. You can't control, or at least if you're starting off in real estate or you're in your first few years, you're going to have to be a Batman fucking ninja to turn $10,000 of real estate investments into like $1 million a year income. You're just going to have to be God of War level Thanos of buying shit that people live in and then selling it for more. So what I'm trying to say here is, again, I didn't go and invest in stocks. I took the money I made from SourceWave, invested in Market Hero, which now does over $1 million a month in sales. And I took the money from Market Hero, invested in Spectre, which I'm growing right now and starting a new business. I keep investing in myself. Now, there is a place that I park money. But once you are starting to make money, the best place you can put it into is yourself. And then if you want to like retire and be done working and solidify your wealth, great. But there's a different way to do that. You can see right here, I invest in my businesses, myself, because I can control it. I know I'm going to do the work. I know I'm going to see it through. And if it fails, at least I can see it coming, and I know that. If I invest in a stock, I don't know what the fuck is happening at that company. I invest in a cryptocurrency, I don't even know if it's BitConnect or not, okay? Because I haven't done the research into it. You cannot invest in shit you know nothing about, and if you don't have years of experience in something you don't know anything about, you're not a hedge fund manager, all right? So don't go and read one book on the stock market or do 3 months of stock market work and be like, oh, I'm freaking X from X Capital. I watched Millions one time, and now I know how to invest. No, you don't. You don't. So maybe just invest in yourself because you know you're going to do the work. Then, once you have the money, in my point of view, once you have the money, you want to invest in stuff that gives you a 7 to 10% return annually. Now, a Lamborghini doesn't give you a return, okay? Your house doesn't give you a return. What gives you a return are safe, stable things. Now, I'm not an investing coach, okay? I simply invest in real estate. Let me explain why by hopping over to the whiteboard of truth and ever justifying justice. So we are here at the whiteboard of truth and justice, and I just want to point out that you're getting investing advice from a guy on YouTube in a Logan Paul hoodie on a whiteboard of truth and justice. Good for you. Anyways, and no, I will not take off the Logan Paul hoodie. It is warm, it is comfy, and I enjoy it, and you cannot make me. So let's look at the point right here, and let me show you my investing strategy. I invest in you, or me. Always invest in yourself. Why? Because you can put $1,000 in and make like $1 trillion back. And I'm doing a good job controlling expectations here by telling you put $1,000 in, make $1 trillion back. But the sky is really the limit when you invest in yourself because you have control in it, and it's technically high risk. Okay, it's a high risk investment that you have total control of, so you can get huge ROIs. If you invest in something where you have a 95% chance to win, like real estate, you're not going to get a huge ROI. The only way you can get huge ROIs is you invest in something where it's perceived that you have 0% chance to win. Now, that doesn't mean, that's not what I'm saying right there. Why did Bitcoin, why was it selling for like 1 cent, and then why was it worth $10,000? If you invested at Bitcoin at $10,000, you probably didn't make much money. You might need 2x your money. If you invested at like 1 cent, when it had like 0 chance to succeed, or at least perceived had 0 chance to succeed, that's when you see the huge ROIs. Same exact thing applies to yourself, and it's a completely, I'm comparing apples to oranges. I realize that before the financial advisors chime in below. But if you invest in yourself, you can get 100, 1,000x returns. Because you control it. You can put in the work, you can see it through, and you can force that investment to work. What you then do once you have those returns, let's say you have $1 million in the bank, you have a big old $1 million saved up, invest in something that can get you a 7 to 10% yearly return that is passive, okay? And when you're getting something that makes you a 7 to 10% yearly return, it's gonna be low risk as hell, like real estate. For example, if you bought a bunch of apartments and rented them out to people, all right, let's say we got a bunch of apartments for $1 million, like 3 or 4 of them. It just depends on where you live and stuff like that. Or you get a whole lot of them if it's low income families that you're selling to. And what you can easily do right there is make a 7 to 10% return just using a property management company. And that money is, for lack of better words, passive at that point. And that $1 million is solidified. That $1 million is invested there. It's not going anywhere unless a meteorite hits it. Understand that. So what that means is you now have $70K a year that you can fuck around with. You can use that to pay your bills. You're essentially retired. That is money that you can spend completely, and it's going to come right back the next year. Whereas if you just took this $1 million and spent it, well, you're kind of screwed. Or you can take that money and reinvest it. This is why I say the 10 mil net worth thing at the beginning, is you can reinvest it in another company until you have, and you can start building up $10 million to invest in stuff. Because the reason for that is if you want to be really fucking rich forever, invest $10 million in the stuff, and then you have, boom, $700K a year to fuck around with. You can spend $700,000 a year on whatever the hell you want and still be rich. You're not going to lose your money. That's the definition of true wealth, when you have renewable income that's passive. That's when you are truly wealthy, and that is exactly how I invest and what I aim to build towards. So that's my logic for you guys right now. I'm not saying you can't invest in stocks and make money. I'm not saying you can't invest in crypto and make money. What I'm saying is if you don't know what you're doing in stocks, whereas if you don't have at least 6 months experience and you are not sitting down, cracking open the books and becoming like a stock market master, you have no business investing in stocks. Same thing with crypto. Same thing with real estate. Same thing with anything where you're trying to go and get a 500x return or a 5x return. You have to know what the fuck you are doing. And the easiest way to get that 100x return, that easy big money payday, is to have something where you control the work. You control the work. I can go and make up these cold calls. I can learn how to sell. I can put $10 of my time into something and make $1,000 back because I'm the investment. I'm the thing that has to perform. You can make yourself perform. You can't always make a stock perform. You can't always make an investment perform. So that, guys, that is my lesson. If you don't want to take any of that away, just go back in time, get some Pokemon cards. That is the best investment you can ever make. And that's it, guys. That's my investment advice. Take it or leave it. Stop asking me in live streams.